Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Friday! Thank God it's Friday. I've been hella tired. I've been beat the fuck. Fortunately, the last 2 days now have been extremely easy for my side of things. Some other people I'm working with might be doing a lot of other stuff, but I'm fortunately standing in the same spot, which actually sucks, but, for not getting to move around, it also kind of is okay. But I want to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story today, guys, of me deceiving Walmart. The only reason this is coming up is because I think I'm going to get another computer. I mean, I already have $1,000 one that I bought last year, so it seems kind of dumb to buy another one, but let me elaborate upon this story for you. So, I was looking up PCs that I wanted, and like one that was like just a good solid computer. It wasn't like a gaming computer. It was just a good, really up to date, highly powered, regular, everyday computer kind of thing. Ironically, obviously, the reason why I was doing this is because I wanted something for my editing, and on top of that, most games that I play on my laptop are pretty easy. Games like low, small speeds, Minecraft mainly being the hugest one because I mod my Minecraft and play shit out of it. So, I'm thinking, okay, I'll just get this really powerful, regular computer without actually stepping up and buying a gaming computer. And so I looked up and I was looking through all these companies. Obviously, you can get some companies that are really meant for more of the gaming style. But instead, I went with HP. I've had many HPs throughout my life. They've always worked. I've had issues with them, but usually by the time I have issues, it's because they're like multiple years old. So it kind of makes sense that the computer has issues itself. But, so I was looking up these computers and, actually, my computer's probably 2 years old now. I think I've had it for 2 years. But, regardless, when I was looking it up, I'm not 100% sure on, because I don't even remember what I have, let alone what it was that I was actually looking up, but it was an HP something. I'm just going to call it an HP 17, because I know the HP and 17 were in there, but I think there was another few letters inside there somewhere, so I'm not 100% sure exactly. But it was like a big computer, touch screen, super powerful. Didn't have every other HP lower than that had Intel graphics in it and core processor, whereas Nvidia was in the one that I was trying to get. And if you guys know anything about drivers and stuff, Nvidia is actually like a really, really good video card and graphics software driver thingy. And Intel is not so much. They try, but they're more for everyday stuff instead of like gaming. So, find this computer I want, click on a button through the HP store that literally like tracks down the closest of that computer to me, just in case there's one close to me somewhere, and then I didn't have to like order it and wait for it to be shipped to me. So, they found one and it was actually ironically at my local Walmart. So I contacted Walmart through them, obviously, and simply was just like, hey, if you still have that laptop, I'll buy it, blah, blah, blah. Because here what it was is somebody else had bought it, and since they don't really do layaway anymore, they have it set up so like it will sit for like, I don't even know, maybe it's like 3 to 6 months. And then if you don't come into Walmart and purchase it before that time is up, then it pretty much just gets sold. Like, they have the right to then sell it. So even if you come back and complain like, oh, why'd you sell it? I put it on reserve. It's like, you only have a limited amount of time that you can actually do it. So somebody that had done that and not actually come and pick that laptop up. So I went and bought it. This is where the story gets awesome. I honestly have really bad luck when it comes to computers. Usually I break them, but they're usually my fault. I know it doesn't really make sense that I said that like that, but like, it's never been the computer like, oh, I'm just dying because I'm a piece of shit. Like, it's always I've done something that's caused the computer to die. My very, very first one, like many years ago, like 10, 12 years ago, I just illegally downloaded like everything possibly in the world and killed my computer due to lack of space and probably viruses that I downloaded. And then I got another computer, and I decided I no longer wanted to do that because A, I didn't want to get in trouble for it, and B, like I said, I just killed my computer. And then every computer after that is literally just broken because I've dropped it, I've done this, I've done that. My very last one before I got this one, it lasted the longest only because I rebuilt the internals for it like 6 or 7 times. And its initial reason why it died is I left my computer opened when we went to go on vacation because I was downloading something and I had the thought of like, oh, okay, it's going to be downloaded way before I ever get home from vacation. And then blah, blah, blah. Well, still not 100% sure how it got to where it got, being as I don't own any pets in my house. But the computer slid off of my bed somehow. It was kind of close to the edge, but I'm just not really sure how it just accidentally had the pressure to slide off. But it slid off, and when it slid off my bed, the computer tipped and slid the fan and the vent right into this big fluffy carpet I had on my floor. And by the time I got back from vacation a week later, my computer had overheated and pretty much melted all the internals. So I rebuilt it, and that's the reason why I did it, because I was so upset that my computer just died on me. But so I was finally, and then once I rebuilt it, I dropped it again sometime when I was sleeping, broke the screen, so I could only use it if I had another screen plugged into it. And the buttons were all fucked up because of how many times I'd taken it apart and put it back together. The keyboard was all wavy from being pulled out. And I mean, like, it was just in rough shape. So I was like, alright, I gotta buy a new laptop. And then it led me to where I went to Walmart and I bought that laptop. And then I went home, and now the story really starts off. So I go home, I'm all excited as shit. I re-download my editing software onto that computer since it's brand new. I put Minecraft onto the brand new computer and loaded it because the old computer my new one that I bought was replacing it couldn't run Minecraft. Like, it was a nice computer. It was like $800, but it was never meant to play games. So, like, trying to play a game that actually, surprisingly enough, had more power than the computer was even willing to give out, it ended up, obviously just being super glitchy, and I didn't end up playing it on there. So once I got it for this other computer, I put it on there, I started playing it, and I realized, like, holy shit, it was playing with no problems. It was perfect. I mean, I was in love. First computer I'd ever had that actually ran Minecraft, like, perfectly and no issue. So I was like, dude, this is heaven. Well, this is the part that's gonna be awesome. Okay, now, only one person in the whole entire world knows this until, obviously, this video comes out. So this is awesome because it's like a story I've held for 2 years now, and I've never told anybody. But I went to bed that night with the computer open, fell asleep with it open. I might have also fallen asleep with a glass of milk resting on the keyboard, and might have woken up like 6 hours later to being soaking wet because I spilled the glass over, and the computer fried. Like, straight just dead. Brand new $1,000 computer just gone. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was so devastated. Fortunately, I still drove at this time, so I looked up Walmart's returns, and they say, like, if it doesn't work, you can bring it back in exchange for a new one. So I was like, alright, well, I put it back, I cleaned it. Like, I cleaned this motherfucker so good, it almost looked better when I put it back in the box than when I took it out of the box, to be honest. Because it smelled like milk, and literally when I picked the laptop up and turned it like this, sideways, all the USB drives and everything poured out milk. So there was milk in the internals, and I mean, it was pretty bad. And like I said, I just spent all this money on it. I was super upset, ate up about it. It's like I could barely afford it when I bought it. So now that I just realized in my head that I had just fucked it up, it made me realize that I didn't have the money to replace it, being as I just spent $1,000 not even 24 hours earlier. So I call Walmart up and I just simply tell them, like, hey, when they were open 24 hours, but you know, I mean, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. And I call them up and I'm just like, hey, I brought my laptop home, I brought it home, I turned it on, it didn't come on, but I thought possibly it was because the battery was dead. So I plugged it in, and it charged up all night, and I turned it on this morning, it comes on, but only a white screen comes up. And they're like, okay, well, bring it in, blah, blah, we're exchanging it. Well, like I said, the computer I had wasn't technically a computer they sold anyways, so they didn't have that same computer for me to exchange it. So when I brought it back, they just opened it up, they just looked at it, slid it right back in the box, was like, oh, it just didn't work. I was like, yeah, it really sucked, too, because I was all excited about it. They were like, yeah, that would suck, blah, blah, blah. So go back to look at what they have. They have the HP 15, which is 2 under the computer that I had, but everything on it was still pretty decent, and it had Intel stuff, which I wasn't 100% happy with, but I was like, whatever, I'll still get it. And now that's the computer I have today. It runs Minecraft completely fine, I just can't record Minecraft, which really sucks, because the other computer would have been able to record Minecraft and play it. So, kind of got fuckered on that one, but all in all, I got this brand new laptop. It was $800 laptop, so I got $200 credit that I used for antivirus software and some cables and stuff, you know. So I just got this extra stuff. I cashed out and walked out. Now, technically, I feel like complete shit for this. That's the reason why I didn't tell nobody, is because I realized that I literally just ripped Walmart off hardcore. I bought a $1,000 computer, killed it in less than 24 hours by drowning it in milk, took it back to them, told them it just didn't work out of the box because it had only been less than 24 hours, and exchanged it for a brand new $800 computer. So, that's what I'm saying. Now, my computer nowadays that I have, it's just kind of like, I really, really want to record Minecraft. That's all it comes down to. And so since it's not really the computer I expected it to be, because of the computer I wanted was fucked up, I think it's time that I just bite the bullet and buy another really nice, expensive gaming computer so I can play and record at the same time. I gotta go, guys. I've been rambling way too long. If you like this video, a like would be much appreciated. I'm sorry I'm such a bad person, but if you'd like to subscribe, you could see more funny stories like this, because I'm gonna start telling a lot more funny, awesome stories from my life. Getcha? Gotcha, good. Bye, guys.